My mother was the source from which I derived the guiding principles of my life. Follow my example as I follow the example of Christ. 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 1. Welcome back to The Present Parent. Today, I want to start with a scene that many of us dread, but most of us have experienced in one way or another. The sanctuary was packed to the gills for the annual children's pageant. Wooden pews creaked under the weight of hundreds of proud parents, grandparents, and church members. The air smelled of polished oak, perfume, and the faint, nervous energy of dozens of children lined up by the altar. Among them was 7-year-old Maya. For weeks, she had practiced her assigned scripture at the kitchen table, reciting it perfectly while brushing her hair or helping set the dinner plates. She knew it by heart, but when her name was called, the walk to the microphone felt miles long. As Maya turned to face the crowd, the warm kitchen table felt a million miles away. Instead, she was met with a sea of blurring faces and hundreds of pairs of eyes locked directly onto her. The microphone stood like a cold, iron giant in front of her. Her throat tightened. Her hands grew clammy, clutching the hem of her Sunday dress. The silence in the room became deafening. She opened her mouth, but her mind was a total blank. Not a single syllable would come out. Down in the very front row, her mother, Sarah, felt her own heart drop. She could see the panic rising in her daughter's eyes. Sarah leaned forward, trying to catch Maya's frantic gaze. She exaggeratedly mouthed the words. She gestured with her hands, but Maya was frozen, paralyzed by the spotlight. Realizing she needed to break through the fog of fear, Sarah leaned in closer to the edge of the stage. In a soft, steady, and reassuring whisper that carried just enough warmth to reach the platform, she gave her daughter the opening phrase. "I am the light of the world." Instantly, the heavy fog of stage fright evaporated. Maya's eyes widened, her face lit up, and a radiant, confident smile broke across her face. She stepped right up to the microphone, took a deep breath, and announced boldly to the entire congregation, "My mother is the light of the world." A collective, joyful ripple of laughter washed over the room. Some people chuckled, others wiped away sudden tears. Maya stood proud, convinced she had nailed her big moment. And in a way, she had. While it wasn't the exact theological phrasing of the gospel, everyone in those pews recognized a profound, unfiltered truth. To a child, a parent, especially a mother, is the absolute center of the universe. When the world feels dark, loud, or terrifying, it is the parent's voice, presence, and love that cuts through the shadows and restores peace. This is a beautiful, heartwarming story with a powerful message that we can learn a lot from as parents and caregivers. You should always remember these 3 things in your parenting journey. Your words are an anchor. When children face anxiety or the blind spots of life, they look to us. The calm, reassuring words we whisper to them in private become the inner voice they use to face the public. Be the safe harbor. Maya didn't find her confidence by looking at the crowd. She found it by locking eyes with her mother. In times of stress, prioritize connection over performance. Shine your light mindfully. Your children are watching how you react when they stumble. Sarah didn't look embarrassed or angry. She looked supportive. Let your light be warm and guiding, never harsh or judgmental. How can you be the light in your child's moments of uncertainty? As parents and caregivers, our job isn't to walk the path for our children, but to help them find their footing when they are unsure of the next step. Here is how we can apply this story to our kids' everyday challenges. Provide the prompt, not the whole script. When your child is stuck on a tough decision, a school project, or a social conflict, don't take over. Like Sarah, give them just the opening phrase. Offer a small suggestion or ask a guiding question to help them unlock their own confidence. Lower the noise. When kids face big transitions, the crowd of peer pressure, expectations, and fear can paralyze them. Help them block out the noise. Lock eyes with them, validate their fear, and remind them that they only need to focus on the very next right choice. Normalize the blanks. Brain freeze and uncertainty are normal parts of growing up. When your child forgets their way or makes a mistake, respond with supportive warmth rather than frustration. Your calm presence gives them the safety to try again. As we wrap up today's episode, I want to leave you with a few questions to think about on your drive home. Go on about your day, prepare to sleep, or to discuss with your partner or a friend this evening. Think about a challenge your child is facing right now. Are you trying to hand them the whole script, or can you just whisper the opening phrase to help them figure out their own next step? When your child freezes or gets stuck, what is the tone of your voice? Is it a voice of anxiety and pressure, or is it a steady, reassuring light that cuts through their panic? How can you actively lower the noise for your child this week? What is one expectation or distraction you can help them block out so they can focus on just the next right choice? When your child doesn't know what step to take next, be the gentle voice that guides them forward. Let your light shine brightly on their behalf today. If you have come this far, you're moving closer to practical parenting. Please check out our other episodes. Thank you for listening.